In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic and public health emergency presented new and unprecedented challenges to legal aid, our colleagues, and people in the communities we serve.
Once the pandemic started to hit, the transition to working from home was, I think, really jarring for everyone, but especially our intake team. We didn't know how we were going to be able to accommodate our clients and how they were going to apply for help in the same way. We started using Microsoft Teams, kind of a Zoom type program, but with a lot more functionality. And our administration ended up completely switching our phone system in order to accommodate being able to answer calls from home.
Prior to COVID, we would get around 1,100 phone calls to our Minneapolis office seeking help a month. Since the pandemic, our calls for help have increased 50%.
The number of unemployment insurance intakes that we did just surged.
The Minnesota Department of Employment and Economic Development created new programs to deal with the pandemic. And we had to learn those and how they were going to affect our client.
The governor issued an executive order suspending evictions. We had clients who had hearings set. We had to communicate with them about what we thought was going to happen with their cases.
No longer being able to meet face-to-face with clients, you lose something when you're not able to meet in person. No one's in the same room together. The concern is a lot of things could get missed.
Education was turned on its head. For many, a lot of their supports that they would get in classroom, like occupational therapy or one-on-one, was no longer available to them, and that's just life-altering. It took a while to figure out how to shift how we did outreach, but it also looked like creating materials to help families know what their rights were in a shifting landscape.
Related to tax is people need to file tax returns, and there was no free tax preparation services. The IRS also shut down, so people weren't able to get a hold of the IRS, and we were unable to help them with a lot of their cases. We did as much that we could, and then we kind of waited for things to open up more.
One challenge for me as someone who works with youth who are homeless or at risk of homelessness or trafficked or at risk of being trafficked is that I couldn't go to shelter. Everything was shut down. Places were even furloughing staff. There was less capacity. So I couldn't have that person-to-person interaction where I get to build rapport with the youth and build some trust.
So while our physical doors had to be closed, legal aid was wide open and welcoming to people who needed our services. And one key part of that, I think, was being able to really use social media and technology to connect with our clients. Emily also did a great job, I feel like, making it so that we could do that remotely, so we could do and help our clients in safe ways.
We were able to adapt the conference room space that we have downstairs, turn those into rooms for remote hearings. So we were able to have clients still meet us at the office, and we had plexiglass dividers, and we could still be sitting next to the client right before the hearing started.
We were able to open our doors through our intake and through our services.
We started to assist people with getting their IRS stimulus checks.
There are millions of people who didn't automatically get payments. We saw that there's this immediate need, and instantly we found a resource that we were able to do is help people with the non-filer tool. Help them put in their information so that the IRS knows to send them money. We help the communities and Minnesotans get over $500,000 that they otherwise never would have had.
At a time when people are more isolated, feeling like there's more support somewhere from someone can be a good thing.
We're talking about opening the office, so that's a positive sign. Start being able to see clients again, see colleagues again.
People are recognizing what's most important to them in their lives. And I think another piece of it is communities coming together to support each other and finding new resources so that we can support each other.
It's really just inspiring to see the ways that we can intervene in the justice system to improve the lives of those that we serve.
It's nice to be able to help people who might not have recourse otherwise.
It's just been incredible to see all of the people who do all of the different jobs that make legal aid go respond.
I feel like there are a lot of lessons that we've learned from the past year. And I think a really important thing that we all need to do is remember those lessons. And when moving forward, how can we take the positives and not lose that and not lose those things that we've gained in the past year?